Growing up, I faced a lot of challenges on the estate through friendships, through being in certain crowds, getting up to things I knew I shouldn't have been. But I think finding somewhere where I could be myself in the gym, finding somewhere where I'm not judged, I'm treated exactly the same as everyone else, that for me felt like home. It made me feel welcome. I went in the gym, I remember my first session, and I'm about 5-6 years old, and I'm hitting the bags as you do, boxing, and it was just something I found made me feel comfortable, made me feel like I belonged. And as a young person, growing up in an area like Kennington where it's known for high gang crime and things like that, it made me feel like I sort of couldn't let it go. I had to stay and I had to stick it out. I know I could have ended up anywhere. I'm now 21, and at the age of 15 and 16, before I had properly started in the gym, I used to get stop and search quite a lot. And that was simply from being out here, walking around with my friends. Sort of, we had a perception of us that we was the unruly kids, the kids who misbehaved a lot. Now, at Fight for Change, my role as a mentor, I sort of try and help young people learn about how to carry themselves in a way that doesn't get them publicized by police eyes aren't on them as much. For me, it was something that took away from the person I was. It meant I was inside a lot. I didn't really like leaving the house because I would get stopped and searched all the time. But now I'm in a position where I can tell these young people about that story, about me and about the things I went through, and sort of help them navigate police nowadays, navigate situations nowadays. Since coming into the role, I've done so many wonderful things with the police who have actually helped change my mindset of police. Before here, I used to hate police, hate the uniform, see the vans, I'm running the other direction, I'm getting out of the sight. But now, I'm comfortable enough to be in those spaces where we was part of 8 young people who went to police headquarters to deliver presentations, to help with stop and search charters, and all sorts of different things. And for me, being able to share that story and maybe potentially help another young person who's going through similar things sort of change their narrative and change that perception of themselves, for me, that's the most important thing. If somebody was to ask me why Fight for Change matters, I would tell them Fight for Change is like a family. It's more than just an organization to me. It gave me a space where I didn't have to act and be somebody I'm not. I was able to learn, develop, and it's rewarding. Looking back at where I started and where I'm at now, I've come a long way. I was 16, getting into things I shouldn't have, and now I'm 21, delivering sessions, one of the main mentors. You know, I'm an avid boxing coach. I enjoy this job, and I get to hopefully change the next generation's lives. I think given a platform to share my story, you know, get my voice out, makes me feel rewarding, it makes me feel wanted, it makes me feel like I can actually make a difference. And for any young person, that is a empowering feeling. It gives you a space where you can feel comfortable, where nowadays a lot of young people feel misunderstood. So for them, it gives them a space where they're not misunderstood, you know. They're meeting people just like them, and it's comfortable. It's a place where you feel you're welcome. I don't think I'd ever change it for the world. I think coming here was one of my best decisions, and it made the person that I am today.